As our guests have been arriving now, I request all to kindly be seated in your places. I request all the students in the audience to kindly be seated in their places. We are about to begin with the conference. As our esteemed guests have arrived, I request all the students to kindly be seated in their places. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you all to kindly pay attention. We are about to begin with the third biennial international conference on future learning aspects of mechanical engineering, FLAME 2022. I request all to kindly be seated as we are beginning as per the schedule.
इसकी वॉइस कम करना इसकी हेलो हेलो कम कर देना थोड़ी
I request our head of department, Dr. Basant Singh Sikrawar, to kindly assist the dignitaries. Professor C. Balaji from IIT Madras, Professor Dr. Sameer Khandekar sir, and Dr. Seema Vinayak ma'am to accompany them to the dais I request the dignitaries to kindly take their place on the dais. I also request Professor Dr. Abhay Bansal sir and Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar Pandey sir to also take their place on the dais.
May I request everybody to be kindly seated? I repeat, I request everybody to be kindly seated. Thank you.
Heartiest greetings and a very good morning to honorable chief guests, guest of honor, our head of institution, our head of department, our special guest, other eminent guests, respected faculties, teaching fraternities, and all the attending students joining us today. I, Muhammad Shayan Afridi, with my colleague Ria Babu, students of Department of Mechanical Engineering, are here to host this inaugural ceremony. We welcome you to the third biennial International Conference on Future Learning Aspects of Mechanical Engineering, FLAME 2022, organized by Department of Mechanical Engineering at Emory School of Engineering and Technology, Emory University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida. This is a 3-day conference starting from 3rd of August, that is today, till 5th of August.
Amity University is India's leading research and innovation-driven private university. With the blessings of our honorable founder, President Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Amity has been able to create an atmosphere of imparting world-class knowledge and also nurture budding talent and potential leaders of the future. At Amity, we are passionate about grooming leaders who are not only thorough professionals, but also good human beings with values and sanskars.
Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity as sunlight expels the darkness of might. Similarly, blessings bring us in our lives prosperity and happiness. To make this morning a blessed one, we invoke Goddess Saraswati by kindling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom and reciting the Saraswati Vandana. For seeking the choicest blessings for the same, I invite our Vice Chancellor Ma'am, our joint head of institutions, our head of department, to accompany our highly regarded chief guests, guest of honor, and special guests to kindle the lamp. I request all the dignitaries to kindly take their place. With a huge round of applause, please welcome all the dignitaries as the lamp lighting ceremony is about to begin.
May I request all the students who are singing the Saraswati Vandana to please be on the stage.
भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। शारदे माहि शारदे मां अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां। हे शारदे माहि शारदे मां अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां। तू स्वर्ग देवी है संगीत तुझसे हर शब्द तेरा हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर्ग देवी है संगीत तुझसे हर शब्द तेरा हर गीत तुझसे। हम हैं अकेले हम हैं अधूरे तेरी शरण में हमें प्यार दे मां। हे शारदे मां हे शारदे मां अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां।
That was indeed a very melodious performance.
Thank you so much. Now, it's our extreme pleasure to have you all with us today. Thus, we'd like to present our token of gratitude. So, please may I request Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla ma'am, Vice Chancellor. Okay. So due to some inconvenience, she would be arriving a little late. So we'll proceed forward. So I would request Dr. W. Silvamurthy sir to please be on the dais and felicitate our chief guest for today, Dr. Seema Vinayak, Scientist H, Director, Solid State Physics Laboratory.
I also request KM Soni sir to kindly come to the dais.
Dr. Seema ji, I am joining online because I was stuck in a traffic jam. So I will be there with you in another maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes. So I'm sorry that I'm not there to receive you in person, but my best wishes and have a wonderful day with Amity. I will see you there soon. And welcome to Amity.
Come to the dais for the Please put your hands together for our esteemed guests as the felicitation is taking place.
Now, I would like to request the guest of honor for today, Professor C. Balaji Sir, IIT Madras, to please be on the stage as we present a sapling and felicitate him. Can we have a loud round of applause?
कितना time है?
Professor C. Balaji, everybody put your hands together.
Next, we like to have Professor Dr. Sameer Khandekar, HOMA Department, IIT Kanpur. Please come on the stage, sir, as we all applaud him and grace his presence.
Professor Dr. Sameer Khandekar, please welcome with a huge round of applause. Everybody, please put your hands together as a token of gratitude is being presented. We would also like to acknowledge that Mrs. Khandekar is also present among us. Ma'am, I request you to kindly come to the dais for the felicitation.
Can we please applaud and grace her presence? Thank you so much.
Mrs. Khandekar, everyone, please put your hands together. Now I welcome Professor Dr. Jairam Kumar from IIT Kanpur. Everybody, please put your hands together and welcome Professor Dr. Jairam Kumar as we facilitate him. Do not let the clappings die as we felicitate him with a token of gratitude for coming to our conference.
Thank you so much, sir. Everybody, to grace the event today. We also have amongst us some of the very esteemed guests from all over India and some of the industry experts. So today we would also like to acknowledge their presence as they grace the event today. So I would request the head of institution, the head of institution, the head of the department, and Dr. W. Selvamurthy sir to please felicitate all these esteemed guests. Okay. So may I request, please, Dr. Rituparna Datta to please come on the stage and accept our presence of token. Now we have Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar. Can we please have an applause as he comes up to the stage to accept the token of gratitude from our side?
Dr. Pramod Kumar, everyone, please put your hands together and welcome him with a huge round of applause. Give a huge round of applause as we present our token of gratitude for him to grace our conference.
Now we have Professor Dr. Dinesh Singh G. Thakur. Please may I request him to please come up on the dais. Can we all give a big hand for him as he comes up to accept the token of gratitude from us. Now, next we have Professor Dr. Kannan Iyer.
I request Professor Dr. Kannan Iyer to kindly come to the dais. Professor Dr. Kannan Iyer, everyone, please put your hands together and give a huge round of applause.
Next, we have Mr. Shabir Ahmed.
I request Mr. Shabir Ahmed to kindly come to the dais. Everybody, please give a huge round of applause as we present our token of gratitude to the dignitaries.
Now I would like to request Professor Dr. Pradeep Kumar to please come up to the dais. Let's not make the applaud fade as we show our token of gratitude to all the dignitaries and guests present today.
Everybody, please continue the clapping as we present the gratitude to our dignitaries. We thank them to be present in our conference, from taking time from their extremely busy schedule. We really acknowledge their presence and show our gratitude by presenting the felicitating gifts and the token of gratitude.
Now we would like Dr. Jitendra Kumar Katiyar to please come up to the dais.
Also, I would like to mention that we are privileged to introduce our Honorable Founder President, Sir, who has graced us with his presence through the online mode. It is a great honor and privilege to have you amongst us, Sir. Dr. Atul K. Chauhan, Sir, itself brings forth the zest and accomplish even the toughest tasks, and your motivating words, Sir, have always been an inspiration for all the students. Continue, Gaurav.
Now I request Dr. T. Paneer Selvam to please come up to the dais.
So before we proceed further, I would like to just say that our Honorable Founder President Sir has joined. So let us welcome him with huge round of applause, please. Welcome you, sir. We have started our conference for today, inaugural session.
Thank you.
We are processing with the felicitating the guests right now. Thank you, sir.
Great.
Founder President Sir, sorry, my apologies. I could not be there in person to welcome you. And I was stuck in a big traffic jam. Now only it started moving.
Sir, you are always there wherever you are. You are omnipresent. You are a person who is omnipresent.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we continue the process of felicitating our guests and like to call upon Dr. Pramod Kumar.
Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar, everyone. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause as we present a sapling and a token of gratitude for him. We also like to mention that our Vice Chancellor, ma'am, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, has just joined us. So everybody, please welcome her with a huge round of applause. I also request Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, ma'am, to kindly come to the dais as we felicitate you with a sapling and a gift. We thank you for your presence and present our token of gratitude. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today in our conference. Everybody, please put your hands together and give a huge round of applause.
And now we have one of our very esteemed industry experts, Mr. Akash Saxena, Joint General Manager, International Business of International Tractors Limited, Sonalika Group. Please may I request him to be on stage and accept our token of gratitude.
Please welcome Mr. Akash Saxena, sir, with a huge round of applause. Thank you, sir, for joining us today in our conference. We present a token of gratitude for your benign presence. Put your hands together, everyone, once again. Thank you so much. And now I request all the guests to kindly take their places and be seated. Now I am inviting our conference chair, Dr. Basant Singh Sikrawar, Professor and Head, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Amity School of Engineering and Technology, Assistant Director, Amity Directorate of Engineering, Technology and Innovation, Member of Task Force, Amity Institute of Defense Technology. Dr. Sikrawar is postdoctorate from Iowa State University, USA, PhD from IIT Kanpur, India, and Masters from IIT Roorkee, India. His research expertise is in area of phase change phenomenon and the formation of interfaces. He has several research papers in SCI and Scopus Index journals and conferences to his credit. He has been working upon several funded projects from various government agencies, private sector organizations as well. Now, without any further ado, I cordially invite Dr. Basant Singh Sikrawar to deliver the inaugural address and introduction to the conference of FLAME 2022. Sir, over to you.
Respected Founder President, sir. Today, Chief Guest, Dr. Seema Banayak ma'am. Our Vice Chancellor, ma'am, Dr. Balvinder Shukla ma'am. Special guest, Professor Dr. Samir Khandekar, sir. And today, plenary speakers and guest of honors, Senior Professor Dr. Sivalari, Professor J. Ram Kumar, W. Silvamurthy, sir, all the dignitaries of deaf and on deaf. Warm welcome, all of you. I am very delighted to know that huge gathering, they show their interest in FLAME 2022. I hope everybody is enjoying here. Very nice climate now. You see that very rare kind of these things. And neat campus, smoke-free, and very clean campus you can see here. And with Chancellor sir, we just ready our guest house. And I thanks to the Chancellor sir, within a 10 days, the guest house is ready and every guest, they say that yes, your arrangement, your facilities, everything is very, very good and quality facilities. So thank you very much, all of you. Thank you. This is third international conference, future learning aspect of mechanical engineering. We cover wide range of engineering and domain. Before going to the more detail about the conference, I would like to introduce our respected Chancellor sir. His vision and mission to make our country's knowledge superpower. He himself, PhD in chemical engineering from January. He was more than 22 decades in January. And he believed on God. And he always put, when God puts somebody, inspire somebody, lead somebody, no power in the world can stop such a person. and his mission, vision, genuine to make our country as a superpower in education. Thank you very much, sir. Sir is join line, and his blessing, his direction, his ashwar, always to make this university one of the best university in world. Our chancellors, so very dynamic young chancellors, they are from Harvard, they are PhD, and they are always dedicated towards make this university one of the best university. And with dynamic and senior, like Professor W. Silvamurthy, he is a chancellor of Amity University, Chhattisgarh, and he is also the president of Amity Science, Technology and Innovation Foundation in this campus. He is always directors and always guide us to be a researchable universities. And our chancellors are always say that we are creating a center of thought leadership across the world, where the faculty, scientists, and brilliant students can explore and expand the frontier of knowledge. So thank you very much of our chancellor. So glimpse about the Amity University. So this university is, you know, that is one of the leading group in India, and we have many campuses, not in India but also abroad. We have a campus, 11 campus in India. We have more than 13 campus in abroad. We have a campus in Abu Dhabi, Dubai. We have a campus in US. So many campus you can see here. And you can see here, we nurture the talent. So here we see that we have a more than 400 crore projects, 3,500 case studies, 900 book published, and 2,700 plus patents. And we transfer the 80 technology to various industries. So like our group, Amity group, it is start from pre-nursery to K-12 schools, then UG, PG, PhD, postdoc, doctoral, then the continuing education system. So in this Amity universe, Amity group, Amity University Noida is one of the leading university in India. So you see that with the blessing of our founder president, leading of our vice chancellor, Professor, she has over the 3 decades experience in the industries as well as academia. She completed her MTech in chemical engineering from IT Kharagpur and her PhD from Queen University in Belfast. She then had a diverse and research careers involving the research as well as administration. She received the various awards and honors. So, ma'am, because you see that our NIF ranking in university is 22. In engineering, we have a 25 rank, NIF rank. And our university is NAC A+. We have so many accreditations, like you can see here. So, India first non-profit university to get the US regional accreditation WASP and IT accreditation. Sorry. So recently, our respected founder president, sir, can you on this? Got the National Intellectual Property Award by ministers, Piyush Goyal, and commercial ministers. Can you on this video? Just on this video.
The Indian Intellectual Property Office of the Government of India has conferred the National Intellectual Property Award 2020 on Amity University for Top Indian Academic Institution for Patents and Commercialization, a reflection of Amity's commitment to research and innovation.
Yeah, thank you very much. So this is recently our achievement. Amity School of Engineering Technology is the part of the Amity University Noida campus, which has a rank of 22, and our engineering and technology has a rank of 25. We have a various department. We have electronics and communications, mechanical engineering, computer science engineering, electrical information technology, and civil engineering. And this is led by our joint head Professor Abhay Bansal and Professor M.K. Pandey. Department of Mechanical Engineering. So here you see that we offer the many programs: BTech Mechanical, BTech 3C, BTech Mechanical Integrated Program, Masters, PhD, so many programs. And we have a research-driven department where we have a faculty and research totally involved in academic and research carry out. We have a government-funded project, industry-funded project. We have well-infrastructure, all the well-equipped labs. We have many best practices. Like our conference, FLAM 2020, this is Future Learning Aspect of Mechanical Engineering. This is the international conference. This is the third edition. We started this conference in 2018. So first conference is offline and second conference is online because of this pandemic period. Basic aim of this conference is to be a high quality publications and academic network among the various scientists, and also the national international forum to disseminate the latest research and knowledge in various aspects of mechanical engineering. Here, this is some glimpse and some highlights of our first edition for FLAM 2018. You see that 4 plenary talks and 12 keynote talks, 50 foreigner participants, 350 technical presentation, 100 poster presentation, 350 Scopus Index publications, and 4 honorary professorship here. And there is a joint collaboration with Amity University and Budapest University Technology and Economics. And this joint collaboration we are continuing with collaboration with IIT Kanpur. So Professor J. Ram Kumar and Amity University and Budapest jointly published so many papers. And one of the professors from Budapest University visited for the 6 months in Amity University, and he went to the Kanpur for more than 4 weeks and doing the joint research. So second edition, FLAM 2020. This is the totally online, and there is so many highlights here. And this is the first conference which is going to online, where more than 650 participants they are participated here. So there is more than I'm saying that 400 publication in a various proceeding and Scopus Index book series. This is our edition 2020. So here I'm just giving the very simple glimpse. Like we received more than 950 research publications. Out of them, we are only selected the 359 full-length papers. In this session, there is a 9 plenary talks, 25 keynote talks, and 12 keynote talks from foreign professors also. There are 25 technical sessions, and each technical more than 12 parallel paper. The link of this schedule is given in this. You have to visit on our website, FLAM 2020 and schedule, where you can find out the complete schedule of this conference. In this conference, we have a gala dinner and also culture night. So this evening we have a gala dinner in 11 tea, and next in a 4th we have dinner night, your culture events, all these things. So apart from this, because without the industry academic collaborations, this conference is not complete. So we have one panel discussion where many academicians and industries people, they are talking about the unlock Atmanirbhar Bharat through engineering and excellence. Our organizing committee, so our founder president sir, respected Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan is a patron of this theme, and our ma'am is a patron, and co-patron is our joint HY. Various advisory committee of FLAM 2020. So we have an international committee, advisory committee, we have a national advisory committee, we have an industries advisory committee, we have the DRDO's advisory committee and DAE advisory committees. So all these information is available on the internet. You can visit here and see. So just I think there is. So our chief guest, as Professor Samit Pandey is here, ma'am is here, and Professor Shivalaji is here. And these are our chief guests for concluding ceremony. So Professor S.N. Singh is a director of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He will visit in 5th. And Dr. Arjit Sen Gupta is a director of Euro Energy Efficiency Ministry of Power Government. He is also on 5th in the concluding ceremony. These are the plenary speakers, various plenary speakers. So throughout 3 days, you can listen to many well-renowned professors from IITs and foreign universities. These are the list of the keynote speakers. So you say that various diversified area in mechanical engineering, people will talk about the material, people talk about the cooling of electronics component, people talk about the computational techniques, and they talk about the design aspect, thermal aspect, industrial and production aspect, many aspects we will talk about these things. These are all keynote speakers you can see on this screen. These are the industry speakers here. So many renowned industries, they are coming, they talk during the panel discussion. So here there are various sessions here. So as you know that there is various sessions here. So all the sessions here, they are sessioning the chair this sessioning, and definitely they have to give the comments and feedbacks to improve the quality of the papers. So about the participation in this conference, so you see that all over the part of the India, almost the 20 states and 3 different territories, they submitted the paper and we have to review their papers. About the international, you see that Central Asia, middle kind of Asia, where we have to receive the many papers. Even we have received the paper from the US, Germany, and also in France. So after the completing of this conference, we are going to publish the selected paper in a various proceedings and various journals. So journals is Advanced in Mechanical Engineering, International Journal of Vehicle Structure Systems, Business System of Research, Material Science Forum, and all these things. So these 5 proceedings we have published. So these are our sponsors. So without the sponsor, you know that organizing the large event is not possible. So we thank to the Science Engineering Research Board, we thank to the CSIR, we thank to the Bagel House, we thanks to the Siemens, all eSpring Technology for supporting us to organizing this event. So this is very important. Thank you very much. Okay, one thing that I would like to share it. Our vision of respected founder president, he always want to say that Amity, IIT and NIT synergy form. So his vision is all the brilliant scientists, they are working mostly in IITs, and we have to take the help of these brilliant men to grow up our university. So he always want to make a Amity IIT synergy form where we have a joint publications with IIT professors, we have a project, patent, and we also share the research infrastructure and also joint research facility and joint training and seminar. So this is our plan. So next conference, we founder presidents allow us to organize in one of the overseas campus. Definitely we have to be jointly organized with the IITs. So thank you very much. Thank you. You have to be enjoy here, stay for 3 days, and like this is a mandir, like temple, Saraswati temple. So here there is a flow of knowledge, and so many well-renowned professors, they are giving their thought, idea, and they share their research. So thank you very much, all of you, for visiting here. Thank you.
Very good, Dr. Basant. Very well. I appreciate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Great.
Dear participants, we are also joined by Dr. Silvamurthy sir, who is President STIF. Sir, please put your hands together to welcome. Let me welcome you, who is also Chancellor, Amity University, Chhattisgarh. Amity is known as Research and Innovation Driven University, and Dr. Silvamurthy is spearheading with blessing of Honorable Founder President. We welcome you, sir.
Since we are now joined by Dr. Silvamurthy, sir, I request our head of department and our joint heads to kindly facilitate him. Please put your hands together and welcome Professor Dr. W. Silvamurthy. Give a huge round of applause as we present our token of gratitude as a sapling and felicitate him for his gracious presence. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request the guests to kindly be seated. We are also very privileged to have amongst us Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, ma'am, our Vice Chancellor from Emory University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida. Ma'am, I request you to kindly address the gathering. Dr. Balvinder Shukla, ma'am, please everyone put a huge round of applause.
Our most respected visionary leader, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, founder president of Amity Education Group, our honorable chancellor, a great dynamic leader, Dr. Atul Chauhan ji, my esteemed colleagues, our chief guest, Dr. Seema Vinayak ji, scientist and director, Solid State Physics Laboratory. Our guest of honor, Professor C. Balaji, IIT Madras. Our special guest, Professor Samir Khandekar, Head of Mechanical Engineering Department, IIT Kanpur. All the distinguished speakers, guests, my colleagues from the campus and colleagues from the other campuses, participants, the students. What a lovely morning that we are gathered here for third biennial International Conference on Future Learning Aspects of Mechanical Engineering. First of all, I, on behalf of our Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, all the deans, head of institutions, faculty members, and on my personal behalf, I extend very warm welcome to everyone at this conference. With the blessings of Honorable Founder President, the Amity University of Uttar Pradesh had created a culture of research, culture of learning, and culture of developing the future talent. When we speak about the learning is not only for the students. Learning for the researchers, learning for the faculty, and the learning for the student that what the future trends are in the area of research and mechanical engineering, and what is the industry is looking for. What are the industrial developments are happening? And during the last 2.5 years, we have seen how the COVID pandemic has impacted the industry, education, and the individuals. And how industry have tried to, especially the manufacturing sector when we speak, how the manufacturing sector have tried to transform it by automating its processes, because when the COVID started, all the manufacturing units impacted very badly, and it was felt that the automation is the necessity for the survival if you really want to not only survive but grow your businesses. Amity University, being the research and innovation driven university, focused immensely during that time that how do we reorient ourselves and align with the national priorities, and also focus on what are the technological developments and the future requirements of technologies, how the researchers and scientists of Amity University can fulfill the needs of the industry, not of tomorrow, today, but of the future needs of the industry, and be partner with the industry for their growth. And therefore, they not only focus on the curricular revision, but also focus on the research developments, and a lot of facilities have been created by the Amity University. And I would like to specially congratulate Dr. Basant Sikarwar, the conference chair of FLAME 2022, who worked very hard during the COVID time, and which not only he filed the patents, but a lot of research projects came and started developing the technologies, because one of the focus area, the priority area by Government of India is that we be Atmanirbhar in defense technologies. We started under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Founder President, Amity University started the MTech Defense Technologies, PhD in Defense Technologies, and the PhD in Space Science and Technology, and which was Dr. Silva Murthy, our president of STIF, has all the time focusing on that mission of Honorable Founder President. How do we focus on the research in those areas and contribute in the nation building and making this country Atmanirbhar Bharat. So I'm so happy and delighted to see this conference with Dr. Basant Sikarwar under the guidance of his heads of institution, Dr. Pandey and Dr. Bansal, and with the guidance of Dr. Silva Murthy ji and support of all his faculty members, all his researchers, all his students have worked very hard for bringing the speakers, plenary speakers, keynote speakers, and the research presentations from across the globe. And I'm sure that it's going to give a future impetus to the future research direction of the department in the form of the collaborations, joint research, joint projects. And I've seen that how from the first flame to the second flame to now then the third flame, how the stature of conference have enhanced immensely. And I would like to especially thank, the IEEE, who has always supported Amity University for all its endeavors, bringing the research excellence by bringing the researchers from across the globe. Our university will definitely be looking for the outcome of this conference, because that's one of the goals set by our Honorable Founder President, that whichever the event you do, you must look at what is the outcome in terms of the future collaborations, in terms of the student exchange, in terms of the joint research, in terms of the curriculum revision, and in the terms of so many things, which is mutually beneficial for both the organization or both the researchers, because unless it's the mutually beneficial, a collaboration will not survive, collaboration will not sustain, and it will not grow. And we look at that. So once the partnership is built, once the collaboration have started, that should go for long term, for the benefit of the society, benefit of the institution, and finally the benefit of the nation. So once again, I extend our esteemed distinguished guests, Dr. Seema Vinayak ji, Professor Samir Khandekar ji, Professor C. Balaji, and all the speakers who are going to speak during the day and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. And Dr. Basant Sikarwar, I would like to congratulate you. It's an excellent work done by you and your team under the guidance and support of your joint HOAs and all the time constant guidance from Dr. Silva Murthy to realize the vision of our Honorable Founder President, that how we make Amity not only the highly research-oriented, outcome-driven, the university, but contribute to the society, contribute to the nation. So students, this is a great opportunity for all of you to learn, because mechanical engineering, though at the moment everything is a computer science and IT, but I tell you, mechanical engineering is the base of all manufacturing units. And you can play a very important role. The kind of the job opportunities are coming for the mechanical engineering in all the manufacturing sector. Therefore, you have to see how you develop your skills and competencies, looking at what are the future talents. And this conference is going to give you that opportunity. What are the future talents and how you can pick your area of interest and develop your skills and competencies, so that you are able to get your dream job as per your career aspiration. And therefore, developing the right kind of skills and competencies is very important. So take full advantage of this conference, network with the people, learn from the people, request the people who are, who are from your field, your interest area, so that you can work with them for your major project. You can go for the internship with them and all those things. So that will give you great learning. So with this, once again, I extend very warm welcome and wish Dr. Basant Sikarwar and the entire all the best and for the success of this conference. Thank you very much. Thank you, son, that giving me this opportunity to speak. First, because I have a next meeting at 10:30, very important. So I have to go back to my department. But I will be available online. And because I want to attend this conference, I will be present online. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. It is indeed a really pleasure to have you amongst us today. Under your guidance, indeed, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida has reached new heights. Moving further, I invite all our eminent guests present on the dais to come forward and proceed with the conference proceedings. Opening of the conference proceedings is now about to begin. I request all the guests to kindly take their place. I request the audience to put their hands together and give a huge round of applause as we are proceeding with the conference.
Thank you so much. I request all the dignitaries to please take their seats. Now our colleagues Ujjwal Sirohi and Soni Setia will take the conference forward.
Thank you.
A very good morning to one and all present here. We are privileged to have among us Professor Dr. Abhay Bansal sir, Joint Head, MIT School of Engineering and Technology. I request you, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you. On behalf of our most respected Honorable Founder President Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Honorable Chancellor Dr. Atul Chauhan, on behalf of MIT School of Engineering, I welcome you all. Please put your hands together for our Honorable Founder President, who has a passion, who has a mission that together we have to change the world. Please put your hands together for Honorable Founder President, sir. We also welcome our chief guest, Dr. Seema, who is the director with Solid State Physics Laboratory. Thank you, Dr. Seema ma'am, to be here with us. And you could see there is a lot of potential where we can work together with SSPL. Thank you, madam, for your time, and I'm sure your presence will motivate and impact the society at large. I also welcome Professor C. Balaji, IIT Madras. Please put your hands together for Professor, who has come all the way from Madras. And thank you, Professor, for staying in our guest house. And in this forum, I want to mention feedback which I have got from all the speakers about our guest house. They are very much happy, satisfied, and kind of international look which we have given. And we are really thankful to Honorable Founder President and Honorable Chancellor, who has renovated our guest house and made it world class. Thank you very much, Balaji. I also welcome our special guest, Professor Samir Khandelkar, Head of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Kanpur. Thank you, Professor Khandelkar. Please put your hands together for him. And you'll be happy to know Professor Basant has done his PhD under Professor Khandelkar. And Professor, you'll be so happy to see what amazing work your students are doing. And I'm sure together with your mentorship and guidance, we are going to do a lot of projects together. Thank you, Professor. And we are also having Professor J. Ram Kumar, who is Professor IIT Kanpur and past chairman IEEE UP section. Thank you, Professor J. Ram Kumar, to be with us. Professor J. Ram Kumar has always supported us on various activities which we organized, like FLAME. And Professor J. Ram Kumar, you have given us responsibility through IEEE UP section, organizing various conferences on that banner. And we have always ensured that any activity we do at MIT has to be world class and has to be outcome based, has to make an impact on the society. And that we have achieved. Thank you, Professor J. Ram Kumar, and we look forward to have your continuous mentorship and guidance. We are also joined by our Silvamurthy sir, President STIF, all HOI, deans, directors, and learned professors from all over India. Thank you very much, and let's put your hands together for all who are sitting here on the dais and off the dais from all premium institutions of country and world. Honorable Founder President has given us a mandate, dear students, that each one of you should get more than you dream and desire. And to fulfill your dream and desire, we organize such activity like FLAME in MIT School of Engineering and Technology. I am sure each one of you will listen to all the learned professor who has spared their valuable time and came through flight from all over India. And I'm sure you're going to interact with them and ensure that you can achieve some outcome. You can do joint project with them. You can write papers. And to all the DS teams, around 600 papers our students of undergraduate program are publishing every year. And I'm sure together with you also, we are going to have a lot of publications and research to make our curriculum industry ready. We have also given a lot of focus on Industry 4.0. As Professor Basant has already mentioned, we have given honors specialization to mechanical, electrical, electronics engineering students, where they can do honors and minor in artificial intelligence, cloud computing, computer network, data science, which are the area which are very, very important. And I'm sure, dear students, through forum like FLAME, you are going to listen to all industry professionals about their expectations so that you are all industry ready. In MIT School of Engineering and Technology, apart from traditional BTech program, we also have 3-continent program, global transfer program, so that any student who is interested to get job in US, UK, Canada, and Australia, all over the world, we have those options, and we have tie-up with world top universities. More than 300 universities we have a tie-up to ensure the best learning experience of our students to do global research at large. As Professor Basant has also mentioned, we have 11 campuses in India, new campus coming in Bangalore and Hyderabad. We have 17 global campuses. We have recently taken over 175-acre campus in New York, which Honorable Founder President wants to make as a biggest research and innovation research-driven hub. Thank you, Founder President, and I am sure together with all IIT and IIT, for which a forum has been created, let's work together and show to the whole world that Indian brain are the best brain, and we are going to drive research not only in India, all over the world. So thank you, Honorable Founder President, for your vision for making our New York campus as a research and innovation hub. Please put your hands together for Honorable Founder President. He's not, and he has also given us mandate. When a forum like IIT and IIT Synergy Forum, which has been created, he has given us mandate to open another 50 campuses in next 10 years. So dear professionals, all friends, I'm sure together we are going to work. And with this, I once again congratulate to Dr. Basant and his team of faculty and students for such a hard work. Any activity we do in MIT has to be outcome based, and I'm sure we are going to achieve a lot of outcome, short term, long term, and we are going to make a difference. And as per the vision of Honorable Founder, President and Honorable Chancellor, together we will change the world, and I'm sure you will all join with us to fulfill that dream and make society at the best place to live. And another mention I want to do here, I'm sure we all have passed through COVID. And during COVID, dear students, many of our dear students have lost their parents. And Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor has ensured that in MIT, any student should not be deprived of the education because of financial problems. Honorable Founder President and Honorable Chancellor has supported and ensured that no student should be deprived for education, and they are all continuing with full support by RBF. Sir, thank you very much for all your support you have extended during COVID. And this will be remembered for all the decades by all the students. Thank you very much, and let's put your hands together once again. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. We are privileged to have among us Professor Dr. M.K. Pandey, sir, Joint Head, MIT School of Engineering and Technology. I request you, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you.
Let us put our hands together to welcome Dr. Bhujangarao, who was the former Director General of the DRDO, looking after the naval systems. Dr. Bhujangarao, welcome. He just arrived straight from the airport. Founder President is there to welcome you. Dr. Bhujangarao, he is there.
We are privileged to introduce you all to Professor Dr. Bhujang Rao, ISRO Chair Professor, National Institute of Advanced Studies, Indian Institute of Science Campus, Bengaluru. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Founder President, sir, Honorable Chancellor, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam, our guest for today, Chief Guest for today, Dr. Seema Vinayak, our special guest, Dr. Sameer Khandekar, our guest of honor, Professor C. Balaji, our guest of honor on the dais, and my dear colleagues and dear students. Once again, on behalf of the MET University, MET family, I would like to welcome all our guests, delegates, those who has come from across India, across different part of the country to participate in this conference, this important conference to MET University, Uttar Pradesh, with a huge round of applause, please. And as has already been told about the university, we have 150 institutions and 12 universities across the country and 17 campuses across the world. The information that has already been shared with you. And we are imparting the education, the quality education in the field of engineering and technology, in the field of virology, in the field of immunology, in the field of management, hotel management, and in a very much diverse and interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary fields. We are having the professionals, those who are actively doing their research and innovation in the areas, in these areas. MET University is having around 300,000 plus research scholars across all these areas, those who are pursuing their PhD, their research in and innovation in various fields of their interest. And as said by my previous speakers, this conference, the future learning in mechanical engineering is very, very important. If you take example of the mechanical engineering, what is the recent development is going on. And in today's world, when we are experiencing the industry 5.0, then there are certain technologies that has been stuck to the university, the industry and the academia in large. And the world is experiencing in the form of the additive manufacturing, where you are adding the materials for manufacturing various things. The world is experiencing in the form of machine to machine. The world is experiencing on the Internet of Things. And the world is experiencing in the industrial Internet of Things. And the research and innovation in these areas, India is right now with the willpower of the administrators are taking in a huge way. And India have a huge potential in each areas. The example of that was recently the pandemic has struck the world in the form of COVID-19, and which has taught us many lessons. The greatest lesson that the COVID-19 has taught us is to become the Atmanirbhar, and which is the tagline of our Government of India as well. Before the COVID-19, we were having the huge scarcity of even smallest requirement of the PPE kit. And with the willpower of our scientists, the moment we came out of the pandemic and we were exporting the PPE kit. And similar things are happening with all other requirements. So point here to say is we have the potentials. Our innovators, our innovations, those who are doing innovations, our academicians, our scientists have the potentials. Now the point is how we can utilize that in the maximum extent. And how we can proceed further for the mission of the Government of India, that is the Atmanirbhar. Is the time now to create our own products rather than following the products from other part of the universe. As an Indian, why don't we can produce our own products in the form of our own operating systems, in the form of our own databases, in the form of our own products in the mechanical engineering and other areas of expertise. So these 2 days or 3 days conference is going to highlight all these areas where we can become more sufficient in the areas of engineering and technology, especially the mechanical engineering, which has a huge potential to make our India Atmanirbhar India. Recently, we have seen the US has launched one fire to some of the terrorists, and that technology is the huge technology which our scientists are also capable of, and the drone technology that we can become the Atmanirbhar. Our country can become the Atmanirbhar. Drone technology, robotics, and many more interdisciplinary areas which need more focus, more attention of the scientists, where our innovators, our education people and our innovators can take part and give their attention for the future learnings. So with this, thank you very much. And these 3 days are going to have a lot of knowledge sharing, experience sharing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. With this, we have among us Professor Dr. W. Sivamurthy, sir, President, MIT Science, Technology and Innovation Foundation, Director General, MIT, Directorate of Science and Innovation, Chancellor, MIT University, Chhattisgarh, and Chair Professor for Life Sciences, former Distinguished Scientist and Chief Controller, R&D, DRDO. I request you, sir, to kindly share a few words.
Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, the most revered leader of the MIT Group, who has taken education, research, innovation from Indian scenario to a global scenario. Our very distinguished guests on the dais, Dr. Bhujanga Rao, was the former distinguished scientist and also the Director General for the Naval Systems, who looked after all the naval systems laboratories, developing torpedoes, sonars, and also cochlear implants. So, we welcome Dr. Bhujanga Rao. Let's give a big clap to Dr. Bhujanga Rao. And I am also happy to see Dr. Seema Vinayak, one of our distinguished scientists from the solid state physics laboratory, whom I have seen her growing since 1986 when she joined the DRDO. Now she has done outstanding research contributions in the field of semiconductor, solid state physics, and she has developed a very important foundry, the facility for the gallium nitride, which is a very important strategic requirement for our these systems. And she has also been looking after gallium arsenate, which she has been right from the beginning. She has been associated with such very sensitive, strategically important projects. So, Dr. Seemaji, thank you for accepting our request to be the chief guest today. And in fact, Dr. Seemaji, I should be very grateful to you because you accepted a very short notice. Because I just gave only 2 days for her because Dr. T.M. Haribabu, Director DGTM, was also to grace the occasion, but he has been tested COVID positive. So immediately I requested Dr. Seemaji. She said, "How can I refuse you, sir?" And thank you so much, Dr. Seema. Let us welcome Dr. Seema Vinayak once again, a very distinguished scientist of DRDO we are proud of. And we also have very distinguished professors on the dais, Dr. Samir, as well as Dr. Ramkumar, all these IIT professors and those who are here off the dais. MIT is now a great institution, which after having served 40 years in DRDO, now I have almost served 10 years here. So I have seen the vibrance and the passion with which the founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, is driving for the nation building through education, research, innovation, and philanthropy. As was mentioned, there is Junoon is to make India as a global superpower and also a global knowledge power. So that is why this conference is very, very important, and he has attached a lot of importance, and he is here to, right from the beginning, to welcome you all and to share his thoughts with you after some time. And he is there to listen to you. His mission is mission synergy. How can we connect with each other? Because if we work alone in silos, then we can do so much. But if we work in groups, teams, and as a nation, we can do wonders. So that is what this conference flame is for. My dear students, that you are the most important one. The conference is for you, because this is the futuristic learning in mechanical engineering. So we would like to listen to you as well. So be attentive and give your suggestions, ask questions, because they are all experts. They have come to share their knowledge, experience, expertise, wisdom with you. So this is your conference. So let's give a big clap to our students. Today, this conference flame is being held at a very opportune time when India is very vibrant. We are becoming an economic power. We are already a strong economic power. With all this recession, global recession, we are still growing above 7% GDP growth rate. Our foreign exchange reserves are also increasing. And our foreign direct investments coming in, purchase parity growing. So we are a strong economic power. We are a strong military power today, 1.5 million armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, with indigenous weapons like missiles, aircraft, radar, sonars, torpedoes, CBR and defense technologies, life support technologies, giving spin-off to the civilian. So today in defense, military technology, India is becoming powerful. We are building our own aircraft carrier. We are building our own the nuclear powered submarines. We are also building our own conventional submarines. So see your India, which is in the 75 years of independence, our India has grown so strong with minimal input. That is the power of our intellect. That is the power of Indian intellect. We can do wonders, which Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan always keeps telling, no parallel. If he has achieved so much, he was 6,000 Germans were on payroll of Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan when he served 28 years. That he explains not to boast about his achievements, but he always says it is the power of Indian intellect. What you want, students, what you want, faculties, we can achieve, provided we are determined to achieve it, we are committed, and also work hard, we can achieve that. So now today government, this vibrant government and the vibrant young India gives a lot of opportunity for us to express all our Kundalini Shakti, the potentials as professors, as researchers, as a student. So you can express all your potential. There is a national education policy. There is a science, technology, innovation policy. So all these are providing the right kind of ecosystem, the enabling processes, mechanisms to deliver towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Not only in defense technology, but every domain of technologies, we should be Atmanirbhar Bharat, which we are capable of. We had Vedas, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Yoga, Ayurveda, Athur Veda. So all this existed in our country. We had knowledge. We were a science. We are a knowledge superpower once upon a time. Let us bring that glory back. Let us bring the glory back, working together in synergy. So when I look at today Indian science, I want to talk Indian science first. Today we are third in publication at the global level in a merit list of global merit list. Our country is third in publication with 0.8% GDP investment. That is the power of our intellect. And in patents, we are number 9, which is an indication of innovation. So we are number 9. But where we are weak is the innovation index, global innovation index. We are 46. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. So let us in this flame conference, what mechanical engineering can do to bring this global innovation index, because we don't innovate. We don't develop products, technology, processes. We focus on publications, patents. So this conference, I want to give a strong message. Our research should always culminate in a deliverable. It could be a product, technology, or a process. So that is one message I want to give, that let us, in the FRAME conference, take a resolution, all the participants here, and also who may not be attending here this conference, but who would listen to that in YouTube, that this is one message. The second is, when you look at technologies, we have done very well. I mentioned something about DRDO, that we have Agni, Prithvi, Akash, Nag, Trishul, BrahMos, interceptor missile, Shaurya, and ASAT, that is anti-satellite missile. So many missiles we have developed, and it is inducted into the services. If you look at aeronautics, the 4th generation fighter aircraft today, the Tejas, is inducted into the services. The main battle tank Arjun is inducted into the services. And we are now developing many other systems, radars, Indra PC radars, also the central networking radar. And also we have Rajendra face error radar, now coastal radars, and the AESA. All these radars have been developed, where our Amity, as well as the other IITs, have contributed immensely to all these contributions in DRDO. When you look at naval systems, sonars, torpedoes, the anti-fouling paints, so we have developed new materials. So within such a short time, India has been able to achieve self-reliance to a very large extent. 45% self-reliance today in defense. When I look at ISRO, space, today you look at, we build all launch vehicles, which is very highly reliable. SLV, ASLV, PSLV, GSLV, which is all very, very highly reliable. That is why the other countries are coming to us to launch their satellite through our launch vehicle, because of the success rate, reliability. So we are going to put Gaganyaan. So lunar mission, Mars mission. Imagine with minimal input, we have been able to achieve. Atomic energy. Today we have been able to generate a lot of power from atomic nuclear source. So and we are nuclear power today, 6th nuclear power in the world. What I am trying is, let us celebrate the success. This shows our Shakti, Atma Shakti. This our power to innovate, power to produce indigenous system. So this conference FRAME should now look at what are we going to do in this mechanical engineering in terms of learning outcomes for our students. So what we can do for them. We should look at mechatronics as one of the important specializations. When you talk of mechanical engineering, mechatronics, then modeling and simulation, virtual reality, augmented reality, all this we should apply in our educational system for teaching control theories, how you are going to teach our mechanical engineering students. So let us innovate this learning, how we can impart to our students in this present digital world, in this present scenario where you have a very powerful digital tools available. So how do we use this, including artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, deep learning, all this let us bring into discussions in formulating the right kind of curriculum so that we'll become leaders in the world in mechanical engineering. We should not just be following, we should do something disruptive. So that should come from our Amity conference. This is what Dr. Ashok Chauhan, who is sitting there, who is now joining us, he always feels India has to be a leader. So if it has to be a leader, we should think differently, divergently. So I will be looking forward to that kind of outcome. We need a very strong design power. So because if you have to conceive new equipment and bring weapon systems or any civilian systems, you need design capability. So let us create among our students the design capability. They can conceive, they can foresee, conceive, design it, develop it, and also manufacture it and produce it. Then finally, the message is that system engineering, in mechanical engineering, I would like to focus on system engineering, because we need system of systems, then subsystems, components, devices, everything we should make it indigenously. So that is why mechanical engineering is important. And this conference is focusing on that. A little bit about Amity research. We have today 400 ongoing projects in our campuses, 400 of the value of 200 crores. And also we have filed 1,750 patents, which are not only filed, getting granted, and also commercialized. 18 technologies in the recent years have been commercialized. And we have also published 26,000 research papers in journals of repute, including IEEE journals and also advanced materials, Material Horizon, Nature, Science, New England Journal of Medicine, Lancet, such top journals, PNAS, our people publish. So today, Amity is emerging as a cradle of innovation. We have started Amity Institute of Defense Technology, knowing that we need people to develop Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense. And we see 3 people sitting on the dais from the DRDO, and also 3 people sitting there, Dr. V.K. Jain, Dr. Gopal Bhushan. And so such things, we want to really achieve something for the defense. And all IITs, we want to put on gratitudes, because founder president has started a consortium, IIT consortium, because you are a powerful organization in the country today. And Dr. Basant Singh Shikarwar is in charge of this. He is the coordinator of this IIT consortium. Not only IITs, we would like to connect with each and every one of you so that this synergy will bring not only the future citizens, global citizens in the field of mechanical engineering and engineering sciences, but also help to contribute to Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Let us look at outcome of this Flame Conference. We will be eagerly looking forward to the outcome. Let us all put our heart, mind, and soul together to see that how do we make India Atmanirbhar Bharat. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you so much.
Dr. Namurthy, one request. There are very important gentry here, students and my guest. Can you please explain the program of MOD and DRDO for giving big funds to startup companies? Give example of Shivani and give the example of MS Prasad, because they are the right person. If anybody wants to make a company, I'll make it 24 hours. And now this Shivani 1 crore project has gone to 10 crore in future. And MS Prasad project 50 crores. And if we can, together with them, make the companies which I will establish, then there is a huge money available with MOD and DRDO. Just please explain that, because these are the right people to understand it.
Thank you, Founder President. See, DRDO is now looking for a new paradigm to connect with academia as well as with industry in a big way. 25% of that 20,000 crores is going to be now given to academic institutions like IITs, Amity, and many institutions. Then industry also, MSMEs, startups. This is what is the scenario which DRDO is looking for. So they have created a technology development fund, TDF. In one project, we can sanction, DRDO can sanction 10 crores for one project. If you have a brilliant idea, then you have to compete and apply for this TDF project. Amity got the first Dare to Dream. You know, there was a scheme, Kalam's, in honor of Dr. Abdul Kalam, who was there with DRDO, contributed immensely, was President of India. So in his honor, they started a scheme known as Dare to Dream. Anybody who has a brilliant idea can put up that idea, and then this will be evaluated by the DRDO laboratories and then sanction 1 crore. But now that has been augmented to 10 crores. So Amity was very fortunate to get the first prize. The gold medal was given to Dr. Shivani. And Shivani Verma, who is our faculty in Amity Institute of Space Science and Technology, under the able guidance of Dr. MS Prasad, who is also from DRDO, and he is with us for the last more than 10 years. So this project is, how do you detect in a crowd, in a mob, in a crowd like what happened in Red Fort, how do you detect the antisocial elements? Very precisely, even if the face is occluded, head is occluded, only eyes are visible, by using artificial intelligence platform, which is, you look at the skeletal configuration, gestures when somebody walks or talks, and the gait. Using this AI platform is being developed by Amity University, and we will be giving this through this TDF project. But one has to be a startup to be here. So one cannot be a faculty applying for this. One has to have a startup. So we registered, founder president took interest to register her company as a startup company. So she's a professor in Amity, also simultaneously director of a company. And so this is the new philosophy Amity is propagating. I'm sure all of you should emulate this. that our faculties, we want them to be rich. Why not? They must also have their technology being groomed and blossomed through their efforts. They will own by heart, but they will own by their soul. This is my technology. I want this to succeed. So that is why we are promoting a faculty to be also a startup. And there are many student startup also. So please make use of this scheme. Not only I'm not telling only projecting Amity, but I want to propagate this TDF to all those who are here in this FLAME conference and through students as well. That if you have a brilliant idea, go to that TDF, you will be able to, you make a startup. You don't have to look for employment. You generate employment through these Atmanirbhar Bharat and also the TDF scheme. Thank you, Founder President.
Dr. Nurti, that when you were signing the ceremony for Shivani, exceptionally Dr. Satish Reddy ji came there and mentioned a project. If it is not very confidential, can we do it alone or do we need the collaboration from IIT, NIT scientists? Because there is a 50 crore project. Can you mention if it is not confidential?
Thank you, Founder President. It's not confidential. It's a challenge. It's a grand challenge which Dr. Satish Reddy, who is the chairman DRDO now, and also who is the secretary to the Department of Defense Research and Development. Then he graced the occasion. He said, I want to be present when this TDF project is being sanctioned. So he himself was gracing the occasion in DRDO headquarters, DRDO Bhavan. And then we signed in his presence. And he gave the best wishes to Shivani and Professor M.S. Prasad and to Amity. Then at that time, he put a challenge. He asked Shivani, what is your field? She said, it is wireless communication. Then I'm giving you a challenge, grand challenge. Can you address? So I'm giving this challenge to all of you. You can apply for this scheme in this TDF.
Together with us. Apply together with us.
Apply together with us. Because this challenge has been projected to us. So we will like to, we already have done spade work. We have also given a concept note to him, but we can also have partners from your group. The challenge is, there is a air-to-air missile, which is known as Astra. This Astra missile is launched from an aircraft platform, aerial platform. And once it is released, it is given a target. The signature of a target is given. It could be another aircraft or it could be a ground target. So it is given. Now, suddenly you feel there is a better threat. I have a better target. So I want to change the target. So the missile has been released from the aerial platform. Now I have to communicate to that missile. Don't go to the target X, which I have given initial signature. Now go to target Y. It's a challenge. So can we do that? Think. That is the challenge, Founder President. And we will look forward to the partnership from any one of you IITs. It's a grand challenge. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words. Your knowledge and experience have always been a source of inspiration for scientists around the world.
It is a privilege to have amongst us guest of honor, Professor Dr. C. Balaji. Professor Dr. C. Balaji is Chair Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. Sir, I request you to kindly address the gathering.
So good morning. Anyway, come back. On the dais and off the dais, students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So this is totally unprepared. I thought I'll speak later. But anyway, so I think mechanical engineering is at the crossroads now. Though a lot of positive things are said and we keep saying, there is a lurking fear. Will this computer science overshadow us if everything will become data science? Data science. So much so, with no offense meant to computer science people, are we going to deal only with two things in life? Natural stupidity and artificial intelligence? So don't worry. So mechanical engineering has withstood many a storm, right? Even if you want to put some, you want to study what is there in Mars or Venus, we need a vehicle. There is propulsion required. There is material science. There is this combustion. You have to sustain the combustion. Electronics. Right? Okay, mechanical engineering is required there. Suppose even if the vehicles are becoming EV, you know this, so many vehicles are catching fire. What could be the problem there? There is a heat transfer problem there. There is a cooling problem. You have to understand the heat transfer problem quite well. We could also propel vehicles with the hydrogen. Okay. So when you look at these things,
So mechanical engineering is, I keep saying, okay, so it's forever exciting. It'll stay. So don't worry. But one thing is, everything is changing. So don't expect that mechanical engineering will not change. Therefore, when everything is changing and everything is so scary, we need an anchor. We need to hang on to something. That is why, for example, we have a God, if you believe. Okay, when everything is changing, what is permanent? If everything is impermanent, there should be something which is permanent, which you have to hold on to. So if everything is changing, what can you hold on to? What is constant? The only constant is change. So embrace change. Be ready for change. Okay, don't get stumped by change. So be ready, be equipped. If some data science courses, there is some AI, ML, industry, for whatever it is. Okay, basically you're all smart kids. Continue to be smart. Don't assume that at the end of a 4-year BTech or a 2-year MTech or a PhD, array, all done. I'm set for life. Nothing. Even as professors, we are all running. Every day we are running. The vice chancellor is running, the head of the department, everybody is. So I have a quotation in my office which says that every day in Africa, a lion gets up. It has to run at least faster than the slowest deer. Otherwise, it will not get food, and in a couple of days, it will die. Every day in Africa, a deer will also get up and it will run. If it doesn't run faster than the lion, it will get killed. For one, it is food. For the other, it is life. Regardless of whether it is life or food, you have to run. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your gracious presence in this conference and motivating the audience.
We are privileged to have among us Dr. Seema Vinayak. Scientist H has assumed the charge of Director of Solid State Physics Laboratory on January 1, 2019. She obtained the MSc degree from Punjab University, Chandigarh in 1985 and joined DRDO at Solid State Physics Laboratory in 1986 as Scientist B. Later, she was awarded MTech and PhD degrees by Department of Physics, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi in 1991 and 2007 respectively. She has more than 30 years of experience in indigenous development of high-frequency semiconductor device and MMIC for strategic applications and successful spearheaded several MMIC-related transfer of technologies to production. Her specific area of expertise include development of MMIC's technology. She has, to her credit, more than 50 publications in national and international journal, seminars, conferences, and workshops. She has received several prestigious awards that include DRDO Outstanding Teamwork Award for Path-Breaking Research in 1999 for the development of GAS-based MMIC technology. She is currently leading several strategic R&D programs of the laboratory. Now I request Seema ma'am to please address the gathering.
So, Honorable Founder of Amity, the President of the Science and Technology and Innovation Wing, Dr. Selvamurthy, and Dr. Balaji, who just spoke, the guest of honor, the Professor Handikar from IIT Kanpur, Professor Ramkumar, and all other dignitaries present on the stage. I must say I'm really honored to have the presence of Dr. Bhujangrao here, our senior in DRDO, and I see many DRDO fraternity members here off the dais also. A hearty good morning to you all, and I'm really thankful for Amity for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this conference, Flames. Actually, it is on the request of Dr. Selvamurthy, who very rightly said he's seen me grow. And it has always been wonderful and inspiring to listen to him on various occasions within DRDO. And I heard him just now, and I feel that, his zeal to inspire people is maintained, or maybe it is than before. So it has been great to hear you, sir. And I was hearing Professor Sikarwar talk about Amity, and he mentioned a quote from the founder counselor, Dr. Chauhan, which said that if you are guided and pushed and shown the way by God, then nobody can stop you. And I would like to tell you, sir, I feel आपने अपनी आंखों में सपने सजो के जो यात्रा पे ईश्वर को सारथी बनाया है, तो सच में कोई रोक नहीं सकता आपको. And it is really wonderful to see in a single generation how Amity has grown in terms of the number of students, grown in terms of the number of courses that are being offered, and grown in terms of the global area that it is covering, the global regions that it is covering. And this can happen only when you can dream, and dream so big, and work for it relentlessly, not just by your own self, by creating, by multiplying the force that is working to meet that dream. And one can see that in Amity. I feel very happy to be part of this. I hear that this conference is happening offline for the first time. This started somewhere during the pandemic, and therefore I wish and pray that we continue to have such offline conferences, and we are never faced with the pandemic challenge that we have gone through. Although the challenge itself has brought in a lot of learning and a lot of solutions for us, even in that situation. Coming from the field of, see, what I feel good about is that at the undergrad level or at the postgrad level, there is so much of exposure to research. So it is that attitude which you develop at this stage will take us far to get the technologies developed that we are saying are must for self-reliance, must for Atmanirbharta. It's the attitude, because as Dr. Silvamurthy just mentioned, that it is the product, the deliverable that you have to work for. And papers will just follow, the publications will follow. It will be an outcome of working towards a deliverable. So there is a difference between working towards a publication and working towards a deliverable. If we work towards a technology, towards a deliverable, papers, publications, books, they're just going to follow. And mechanical engineering, just now Professor Balaji said that, is there a fear that we may just be dealing with data science or artificial intelligence? Never, I would say, because I come from the field of semiconductors, and semiconductors where we are working at the micron level, even there, the technology is not untouched by mechanical engineering. Feynman said there is a lot of room at the bottom. He was inviting people to work for very small geometry, research in very small geometries at very small dimensions. And this, he said, more than 6 decades back. And today, if we have the mega structures coming up, the mega infrastructures above the ground coming up, we are also being, totally controlled by technology, where we have micron level, I would say, semiconductors, which are being realized through principles of mechanical engineering. So mechanical engineering is there in every aspect, even in the present IT, even in the present mobile technology, in the defense and space technologies. Say for Sir mentioned about the missile getting guided to a particular target. That is through MEMS, through inertial navigation. And those MEMS are actually they are using the mechanical properties of silicon, something that we only know of being used in electronics as ICs. But the most important electromechanical systems, they come up because of the mechanical engineer aspect associated with it. So just giving you an example, like you can have fuses for ammunition. They are being designed based on the principles of mechanical engineering, because there you're controlling movements of silicon mass, a small mass, based on as small dimensions as microns. So mechanical engineering, I really like the name of the conference, the future learning aspects in mechanical engineering. And mechanical engineering is one of the very, very important interdisciplinary, I would say, disciplines that are even guiding the semiconductor technology. May it be the packaging, where we are going to very high frequencies, and the packages where that can actually let what we make as small circuits over 8 mm by 9 mm, they let them perform because the mechanical properties of the packages are such they are able to thermally manage the heat. There is thermal management principles involved, and there are how to maintain the parasitics, those are involved. So there is a lot that mechanical engineering holds for the future, and it has already done a lot till now. I wish this conference a very, very successful 3 days, and I see wonderful participation from DRDO. Just now, sir was mentioning about TDF. I'm sure that just after this, there is a plenary talk about how academia, industry, and DRDO can come together through different schemes. TDF is one of them. And that actually is something which can take our country to self-reliance. And what I feel very happy about is that I see that spirit in students, in industry, as well as in researchers to actually, to just kill the problem and go there and develop the technology and have it here indigenous. And with this spirit, there is a long way that we can go. And you all have the blessings of the Amity Counselor, the great vision of all the office holders of Amity, and you're very, very fortunate to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for finding time out of your busy schedule and honoring us with your presence in this conference.
It is our honor to have our special guest, Professor Dr. Sameer Khandekar, sir, amongst us. Professor Dr. Sameer Khandekar is awarded as Viswavarya Chair Professor. He is Head Mechanical Engineering Department, IIT Kanpur, India. He is a Fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering and Fellow of Institution of Engineers since 2016. He is recipient of P.K. Kalkekar Research Fellowship from IIT Kanpur and DAAD Fellowship and Young Scientist Award, Department of Atomic Energy, India 2005. Professor Khandekar is Associate Editor of International Journal of Thermal Sciences and Interfacial Phenomena and Heat Transfer. He is also an executive member of the International Heat Pipe Committee and Indian Heat and Mass Transfer Society. He has served as an invited faculty member at 5 international universities, including Germany, France, Brazil, Russia, and Thailand. He has over 100 research publications in international journals, including 16 keynote lectures and invited talks. May I now request you, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
So, a very good morning to all of you. It is one of the most satisfying things of in a career of a teacher is when his students, start performing and contributing to the society. And I'm very happy to see, I still remember Basant as a PhD student, still sometimes consider him as a student. But let us give a big hand to Basant for putting up, and the Honorable Chairman Sir who is sitting there, Ashok ji, thank you very much for putting all this together and sharing the vision with all of us. I think when I was sitting on the dais, I was seeing some students, on their WhatsApp or, mobile phones and interacting with these machines. And this, I think I'm addressing to the students first, telling them that don't lose the now, in talking about the future, because in the now lies the potential, So if you do not develop the ability to be in the now, in the present, right now, and be attentive to what is going on, I think that's a habit which we all need to develop, because man-machine interaction is something which is going to come up, as part of our existence in the future. And in this man-machine interaction, in this world of internet and connectivity and this thing, I think we should not forget the now. You should not forget that technology is for serving humans. And if we lose the humanness in the entire, coming up, then I think we are losing a lot. So I will request all the students, to be attentive, to be present, and to enjoy the now, because the potential within you will come out. And the now actually gives you the feedback signal to maneuver the future, because it has to be a feedback control. It cannot be an open loop control. So this is important. The second thing which I want to tell you is for the teachers, because information is going to come in a big way. And I think there will be platforms. There are already platforms which, have more information than what we as teachers can give. So I'm addressing all the teachers. So the question is, what is our role in the future? When so much of information is already available to the students, so much of internet data is available, so much of recorded lectures are available, where do we stand as teachers of engineering and technology? So I think one of the important things which the teacher does, which no man-machine interaction can do, is inspiration. And I think Chauhanji was very right when he says that is the role where we have to play. Whether you are a mechanical engineering teacher or an electronics engineer or any teacher, I think the future lies in the fact that we are able to inspire our students, because that no machine can do, no man-machine interaction can do, no amount of data can do, and no amount of publishing papers is going to do. So you as a teacher, I think I am going to address that today, has a very, very important role in the future, which we are talking about. So जिस दैदीप्यमान भारत की परिकल्पना हम करते हैं, उस दैदीप्यमान भारत जो 400 साल पहले हमारा GDP जो था हमारा और चाइना का, that was about 70% of the total GDP of the world, and it was not far away. It was just 400 years back. Okay, so we have the potential, और हिंदी में जो कहते हैं सदिश, vector quantity. आप लोग जानते हैं vector? All the students know, mechanical engineering students should know vector. Okay, so the magnitude is here. The direction has to be given, because if I have to move something in a certain direction, both magnitude and direction are required. Okay, otherwise I can just keep digging and nothing will come out. So as teachers, I would say future of mechanical engineering lies in the ability of the teacher to inspire. And the second thing which we all know as mechanical engineers is inertia. As Dr. Balaji rightly said, when rate of change, we know this definition of inertia, we know what is inertia. So when change is the only thing which is real, which means that we have to be nimble. We have to adopt the new technologies which are coming, the new ideas which are getting generated, और उसी यही करने से जो अशोक जी का सपना है, जो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का सपना है, और जो हमारे समाज का सपना है, एक दैदीप्यमान भारत की परिकल्पना जो हमारे मन में है, उसको यदि चरितार्थ करना है, उसको यदि हमको आत्मसात करके उसको दिखाना है इस जनरेशन में, जैसे एक जनरेशन में वी हैव सीन एंड देन द पोटेंशियल इज हियर. आई मीन वी जस्ट लास्ट वीक वी सॉ कि एक सुदूर उड़ीसा के एक गांव से अपने केवल कर्तृत्व के माध्यम से आज वो हमारी राष्ट्रपति बनी है. तो हमारे पास तो एमटेक की डिग्री है, हमारे पास पीएचडी की डिग्री है, तो ऑप्टिमिज्म छोड़ने का तो कोई चांस ही नहीं है. वी हैव टू बी पॉजिटिव एंड दैट इज हाउ द फ्यूचर lies. So I will again reiterate my talk to the teachers, the potential teachers who are sitting at the back. Enjoy the now, get the feedback, see the future and maneuver yourself. And I congratulate the Flames conference. The flame जो है वो जलते रहना चाहिए और efficiency से जलना चाहिए as mechanical engineers से, और emission कम होना चाहिए so that this flame continues to burn efficiently and without disturbing the environment. That is what the future lies. Thank you very much. I congratulate all of you for being here. And remember, small little things which will happen in this conference may take you very long. Don't, underestimate the importance of a gathering, of the potential which exists in this room and in the coming 3 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Samir Khandekar sir, for your kind words. Though we are running short of time, but still we can squeeze the few moments of thought from our guests, Dr. Bhujangrao sir and Professor J. Ram Kumar sir. Sorry. So first of all, I would like to request Dr. Bhujangrao sir to please kindly gather the.
Very good morning, everybody. Honorable great academician and who started this, one of the finest institutions in the country, our Sri Ashok Chauhan ji, and my former friend and colleague Dr. Salamurthy, and all distinguished speakers and invitees on the dais, off the dais, and most importantly the students. And it's really a great opportunity for me to be here today. India is just a huge country. I've seen every kind of expertise available in our country, but not at one place. It is all distributed. We always want somebody to bring that expertise and create a system required for the country. So, in that context, this kind of conferences are very, very important, and also is very refreshing for me, because after a couple of almost 3 years, first time I'm seeing such a large gathering in an academic situation. It's really wonderful that I could get the opportunity, and I was told we are slightly behind the time, and I was cautioned not to give my talk when my subject is there at 12 o'clock. But I would like to say a couple of words, a couple of things only. So whatever we are doing today in academics, irrespective of the department, whether it is a mechanical engineering or any other engineering department, we have to keep our country programs also in our mind and try to see how academically we can strengthen that programs. For example, our Prime Minister has given the commitment that we should become a 3 trillion economy by 2025. I think we should produce this, especially related to mechanical engineering or engineering in a broad sense. The turnover, the amount of GDP rise which comes from this manufacturing for industry should be more than 50% or so. It's a big task. So what is that we can do that? That is very important. Other point, just as I said, though the mechanical department is organizing this program, I think it is no more, these departments are as watertight as we are thinking. I have been still in some colleges they're practicing it. Still when I go, I see that. But at least places like Amity University, we should remove those watertight compartments. They should all get amalgamated. In such a way, each department, for example, mechanical, it should see that how it can get benefit of all the departments into that department. Today, mechanical engineering, you can take the big data, somebody was talking, robotics, somebody was taking, and like that, there are many things that can come into this green engineering subject, mechanical engineering. So it should happen to every department. That is what I feel. That is not happening. It is only happening in some institutes like IITs and IIScs, but not in normal engineering colleges, which is very important. Another area we talked about so much about defense and all that Salmurthy brought out, because we have to increase our self-reliance in that particular area for our own this thing. But I have seen of late I'm working on many medical devices and medical related subjects. I found even in medical field also 80% is imported, which I'm very sure Salmurthy, as a DG of life sciences, former DG of life sciences, he must know it. 80% of medical things also are imported in India. There is a huge demand for innovation and doing things for our own people in our own country. That's how we should plan our departments and academic programs. So in that respect, the word flame, I really liked it. Future planning is very, very important. That is a purpose for which you organize this program. I wish this program a great success. I'm very sure the takeaway from this program will be very useful. At the end of this, we are going to make I'm sure, a lot of resolutions which we can submit to the government for implementation in their own way. So I wish you all the best and thank you once again for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. J. Ramkumar, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Good morning to you all. I think good morning has slowly moved to good afternoon. So let me quickly finish it up. At the outset, online dignitaries, on the stage dignitaries, off the stage dignitaries, friends, students, press media. So welcome to this conference, and I also, being part of this conference, I also welcome you. And thanks to Amity, the chairman, who had a vision that education is the only tool which can try to bring change, and this change can be remarkable, who understood it, and in his generation who started this university and brought this big change. Saying that, friends, today what we all think, we are all tech savvy, and we always try to ask Google Uncle to help us during the class, during the examination. We always refer to Google Uncle. What Google Uncle gives you is only data. This Google Uncle gives lot of data, and you yourself, if you try to type it down, you will get Humpty number of definitions. So if you want to try right now, you can type your name and ask Google, please give the definition for it. It will give you Humpty number of definitions for you. So that's data. You can't say that data cannot be shared. And what really has to be done is, the next thing is, we have to look for information. So the information will be for students and for faculty members, has to be extracted from the data available. Then from the data, what you extracted information will then be converted into something called as knowledge. So this conference, Flame, is trying to enlighten your knowledge in the field of mechanical engineering. As Professor Balaji said and Samir also said, so mechanical engineering is getting redefined. What we thought of one stage as only gear is no more going to be a gear. We are talking about microchannels, we are talking about heat exchangers, which are very small. We are also looking for passive heat exchangers. The compressors are now dying off, so the devices will be very small. So when all these things has to happen, mechanical engineering has to be taken in a prime focus. Today we talk about porous media, wherein which suction is very much talked about. So all these things are developing, and the future is in your hands. The India is in your hands, and vibrant minds. So please try to enlighten yourself through this conference. Conferences are always organized for knowledge networking. So please use it. You try to talk to experts and faculty members. You can try to crisscross amongst yourself. So with that, thank you very much, and I wish the conference a grand success.
Thank you so much. It is a matter of great honor and privilege to have among us our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, sir. Sir, your presence itself brings forth the zest to accomplish even the toughest task and your motivating words have always been a source of inspiration for many. I kindly request you to shower blessing and words of wisdom to the gathering.
My dear students, I feel very privileged, very proud, very satisfied to have such a great number of my asset students and other students. You have seen that I was sitting here since 9:15 a.m. This shows my love and affection for you. This shows my respect from all speakers, all worthy participants. And this shows that my students sitting over here, for them, the today's deliberations could be a game changer for their life, for their profession, for their career progression. I always try to explain through examples. I was thinking, if somebody says me, Dr. Chauhan, you have two alternatives. Either you speak the lectures of these 5 dignitaries, or each time we'll give you $1 million if you want to take the dollar and can't listen the lecture. I repeat, either I listen the lecture of this each dignitary, or I'll get $1 million. If I would be there physically present, I will ask, what would your founder president do? I will say, forget about $1 million. Each lecture you will give me, if I don't attend, I will say through these lectures of Balaji, Seema Vinayak ji, Samir Bhandekar ji, Khandekar ji, Bhujan Rao ji, Rama Kumar ji, my dear students, these lectures, each word is so important for your career. And as Manoj Pandey ji and Abhay Bansal told, we want that you achieve beyond your dreams. That is why in our engineering college here, we have 11 universities, 11 engineering college, because of our Vice Chancellor, Abhay Bansal, Manoj Pandey, and my incorrigible Basant Sikarwal is incorrigible, with enthusiasm, with his zanoon, to the extent of pagalpan, ki mujhe kya karna hai, you have come here. 5,500 students have come here. And I was thinking, how wise are your parents, your grandparents, how wise you are. आप चलते रहे इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज रास्ते में आते रहे, पर आप आके एमिटी में टिके. I think there could not be a better, not to appreciate amity, but to appreciate the environment which has been aptly appreciated by all worthy guests here. I must tell you that all these people, those who have been invited by Basant Sikarwar from IIT, NIT, SSPL and other organizations, they are so extremely busy, but they have come here with the hope that they can be instrumental for the benefit of the students. As also our professor told Samir Khandekar ji, that he is so happy to see so many people. Bhujang Rao ji told, since many years he has not seen anywhere in any academic institution such a number of students attending the academic seminar. So, sir, my dear worthy guests, it is amity. Any student who comes to me, Abhay Bansal writes me 3 emails per week. उसको वहाँ अमेरिका में इतने लाख की सैलरी मिल गई, उसको फेलोशिप मिल गया, उसको स्कॉलरशिप मिल गया. Manoj Pandey writes me every week 3-4 such emails. My nanotechnology people, my VK Jain, what achievements. And as you have told, Selvamurthy told about Shivani, I am establishing 25 startups. If any student sitting over here want to have a company, and with the help of our senior scientists and with the collaboration from IIT, NIT and other here, have an idea. The MOD and DRDO are giving very generous funding. The other day, one Honorable Minister, Jiten Singh ji was telling, if you have an industry, if you have an idea, the money will flow automatically, and which I believe very much. So I want 25 startups. So my dear students, Samir Khandekar ji rightly told that comparison between mechanical, data science, artificial intelligence, and computer science. I would say I've been always telling, mechanically सदाबहार ग्रीन रहती है. मैकेनिकल के बिना अभी जो MOD ने बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स डिक्लेयर करे हैं for so many projects which will make indigenous. Can somebody tell me, can it be done without the mechanical engineer? We need electronic engineer, we need data science, we need artificial intelligence. But any weapon, any defense project, Dr. Silvamurthy, my supersonic missile, Silvamurthy, I tell you, sorry sir, supersonic. I used to tell you hypersonic missile, but now I tell you supersonic missile. Mechanical engineer, anything can be developed, other things are required, but without mechanic. So I think all those students have opted for mechanical. As Khandekar ji told, don't be worried that somebody has opted for computer science or other things. So you have a scope, you have a future which is unbelievable, unparalleled. I will hurriedly offer my great regards to those who have all come here today. And just I was introduced here, Dr. Dinesh Thakurji, Dr. Kanan Ayarji, Dr. Shabir Ahmadji, Dr. Pradeep Kumarji, and Dr. Katiyar, Dr. Dr. Selva, Dr. Akash Saxena, Dr. Jairam Kumar bole the abhi. So I think, sir, you people have come here. I think you must have attended hundreds of webinars and seminars, but you're taking the trouble to come to Basant Sikarwar today and stay for 3 days with me. I think that is the best utilization, pardon me to say, of your whole professional career, because these students sitting in front of you, they will make history not only in India. I have made a plan. I will not say plan, I have made a mission. In 5 years, I am sending 10,000 students, my alumni, not only from MIT University, from others abroad. Because what one learns through interaction with the overseas scientists, technocrats, colleges, institutions, universities, that is a value addition. I always say, if I would have not gone to Germany in 1967, West Germany, and stayed 28 years there, Silvamurthy ji told, why I'm telling it, not to boost me, but telling you how much spardha, how much wisdom, how much capability you have got. In the unification in 1989-90 of East and West Germany, whole East Germany was on sale. Everything, every industry, every corporate house, every school, every college, every tree, every land. I told I want to show to the whole world that Indian brain is unparalleled. People used to laugh upon me. I told I want to be the biggest investor in the East Germany. They say they are Americans, they are Japanese, they are French, they are Jews, they are South Koreans. They are all wanting sitting over here with a delegation of 50 persons. I used to keep quiet. I will show them. And my dear students, I became the biggest investor in East Germany, buying 8 big factories with the 6,000 German force and European force. Why I'm telling it? You should have faith in you. You will go in world. I'm now sending 10 scientists for 6 months fellowship of Serb SIR to different countries. There are 10 different countries. My S&T War Room, Professor Chakravarti sitting here, Dr. Neeraj Sharma, who has been brought from DST sitting over here. Meet them. And there are so many fellowships. The next cycle is coming. My faculty can apply for the next cycle. 6 months, everything is paid. And you will spend 6 months with a renowned scientist, researchers there. Professor Chakravarti, Dr. Neeraj Sharma ji, please explain them the S&T war room, which I made in the extension center, L block, third floor. You go in there, 25 scientists are sitting there, and I have aimed to have 200 scientists. They will control the whole groups like a war room under the guidance of Dr. Murthy. Dr. Gopal Bhushan just recently joined for DRDO. He is doing wonders. So my dear faculty members, my dear students, I am so grateful for all those who have come here. I always say synergy of brains. I have to learn a lot when I came from West Germany in 1994 and had a dream. No PN, no clerk, no room. But I had a dream that I want to be the biggest university in the country, biggest brilliant students here. I had a dream, 1994. I used to clean my table myself. I cleaned to sweep my floor. I had no PN. I have no clerk, but a dream. And you see that this dream is being realized. We are already among the top universities in the country. Now I require the help of the brain of IITs and NITs. They are so senior persons. When I was looking a match for my daughter, the only daughter, there were so many people wanted to marry my daughter. Somebody told me, Mr. So-and-so, Dr. Nitin Batra ji is from IIT Kanpur. I told, take him. I told the IIT person, IIT student can be only good. And this is what today is told about MET. Many people say that as MET में सारे संस्कारवान आते हैं, सारे सुशील स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं, तो हम तो अपना बैच यहीं से ढूंढ रहे हैं. So I think you are sitting in a university where you can achieve personally in life and in professional life, whatever you. And again, to my all worthy guests, those who have come here, I salute you. Dr. Balwinder Shukla, I'm so worried about her. She may not collapse any day. So I'm making in a room behind a small room, collapse room. She's working 18 hours. And since morning she's there, 23 years with me. And I think such people, those who are with MET, so my dear students, you utilize this. Make a company. Go abroad. Abhay Bansal has obsession with Dr. Gurinder Singh. And now recently, Admiral Alok Bhatnagar has joined. So with a team of international division, you talk to them. And during your stay with me, go abroad, learn there, and then you will have a boost in your career because I have seen it myself. What I am saying, I have not read any books. I have not heard these lectures of big people for management, leadership, and professional career and development. I have done it myself. So anybody in MET sitting over here, he wants to achieve something, just tell it on a paper. When I used to come to the campus, I told to my student, you want to be a billionaire? Yes, sir. We want to be a billionaire. I told, it's very easy. Write on a paper, you want to be a billionaire in dollar, in rupees, in pound sterling, or in what currency you want to be the billionaire. It's so easy. I'm telling you because I have become in West Germany billionaire. Now my mission is to make billionaires. Now my dream is to make billionaires, and all my students and faculty members. I am so thankful to Abhay Bansal and Manoj Pandey and all my worthy scientists, head of institutions, head of the department sitting over here. You are having two accounts, one on the earth, one above. The account above, you are the richest person in the world because you are changing the career of persons, those who will change the history, So I would say I will not take much time because Balaji and Bhushan ji ka lecture hai iske baad. But maybe I again come in, I will come in valedictory also. And once again, my heartiest thanks. Sir, help us, guide us, advise us, and we will blindly follow your advice because when it's Pancho ko suna, Seema ji, SSPL is very close to me. हमारे जो विक्रम जी वहाँ थे SSPL में, NPL में, तो मैं उनसे मिलने आया करता था. SSK में मिला, NLP में मिला. Now as emeritus professor at IIT, he has come on the invitation of Dr. BK dozens of times. Every time I personally have made a point to sit there and listen to him. Dr. D.K. Oswal from SSPL, I had a great affection with him. And recently, when Dr. Shulmamurthy took a delegation to BARC, he was so courteous, so helpful, because we are doing a lot with BARC. So, my dear student, make a mission. If you want to succeed, make a mission. And if you don't achieve it, this is not your failure, this is my failure. This is my failure, failure of my people. Just set a goal. Dr. Shukla, I am so thankful to you that you have also recognized the importance of this seminar of my crazy Basant Sikarwa. I gave this, they don't mind it, crazy, pagal, obsession, because he rings me sometime 12 o'clock in the night. He said, "Sir, एक idea आया है, sir, मैं drone बनाया है." I like such ideas, those like Basant Sikarwa, like other HODs, those sitting over here. So, Dr. Shulmamurthy, my hypersonic missile, Dr. Shulmamurthy, hypersonic missile, so I will not take much time. Basant, I will come again in the valedictory because I want to listen also some students, their views, their points, and if some student gives some good ideas, I'll give a book to them with my personal note. I think at the moment, not much time, but I'm so pleased, so elevated, so satisfied. My thanks again to IIT, NIT, and everybody who has come here. Basant, in the evening, you can take them to Arcadia and also take them all to my SNT war room. Take them to SLT war room. This war room has been made like a battle war room, like a war room for a war room. So see that, and also anybody can come there and help us. SNT war room in Extension Center, L block, 3rd floor. Chakravarti sitting over here, Neeraj Sharma, they will all receive you, and I'll be very glad when you come there. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Founder President, sir. Thank you very much. And with your permission, we would like to introduce Professor R.K. Kotnala ji has just joined us.
Okay.
We would like to introduce him and facilitate him. And just Dr. Bansal, let me introduce first. Professor R.K. Kotnala ji is FNAC and FIGU, Sigma, elected member as an exceptional contributor to the research community. This Scientist Research Honor Society USA, world's largest honor society for scientists and engineers, chairman of NABL, the National Accreditation Board of TNC Labs, Raja Ramanna Fellow DAE, Department of Atomic Energy, Fellow National Academy of Sciences India, Fellow IJU, Outstanding Academician APAM Asia Pacific Academy for Materials, Associated Editor of Journal of Applied Physics, American Institute of Physics, Associated Editor of IET Science Measurement and Technology, London, UK, Head of Formal Environmental Science and Biotechnology Metrology Division, Chief Scientist NPL, National Physics Laboratory, New Delhi, President of SSV Society for Scientific Values, President SEAP Society for Environment Awareness and Protection. And I welcome Dr. Kotnala, and I'm so excited because he is known to me for last 6 years. Thank you very much for coming.
He has the highest affection and regard for me because of his innovative brilliance and the hydrogen commission, hydrogen project he's doing. You don't find a second man like Kotnala. Unbelievably good innovator. One can meet him also in the SNT war room. I made a cabin for him. Whenever he has time, he'll come to SNT war room.
Thank you, sir.
We are having among us Swati Maheshwari ma'am, Editorial Director, Springer Nature, Priya Vas ma'am, Editor, Applied Science and Engineering, Vinay Kaushik sir, Chief Human Resource Officer, Newburgh Engineering Limited, Harpal Singh sir, Beagle House, sponsor of this event. Now I request HOD, HOI and W. Silvamurthy sir to felicitate them. I request Swati Maheshwari ma'am to come on the stage, please.
Please put your hands together, because without the Springer Association, we could not have a publication. Thank you, madam, for all your trust.
I request Vinay Kaushik sir to come on the stage, please.
Sir, are you welcome, sir?
Welcome.
I request Harpal Singh sir to come on the stage, please. Can we have a huge round of applause?
Thank you so much, sir. Now, moving towards the end of this inaugural session, we express our gratitude for our guests. And now, convener of the event and additional HOD, Professor Dr. R.K. Tyagi, sir, will present a vote of thanks.
Most respected, our beloved founder president, sir, infinity, source of inspirational, Honorable Chancellor Atul K. Chauhan, sir, respected Vice Chancellor Balvinder Shukla, madam, respected W. Silvamurthy, sir, President ASTIF, distinguished Professor V.K. Jain, very energetic and dynamic joint HOIs Professor Abhay Bansal and Professor Manoj Kumar Pandey, great scientist and our source of energy, head of the department, Professor Dr. Basant Singh Sikarwar, most esteemed guests, faculty members, beloved students and participants. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion, inaugural session of Flame 22. I, Dr. R.K. Tyagi, on behalf of Department of Mechanical Engineering, express my gratitude, heartfelt, thankful to our founder president, sir, for blessing all fraternity who is present here. I also present my gratitude to guest honor Professor C.K. Balaji, IIT Madras, Chief Guest, Dr. Seema Vinayak, Scientist H, Director Solid State Physics Laboratory, plenary top speakers, Professor C. Balaji, IIT Chennai, Professor Dr. Bhujang Rao, ex-DG DRDO, visiting faculty ISC Bangalore, Dr. Prateek Kishore, Director TBRL Chandigarh, Professor J. Ram Kumar, IIT Kanpur, special guest Professor Dr. Sameer Khandekar, IIT Kanpur, keynote top speakers Professor Kanan Iyer, IIT Jammu, Dr. Mayank Dwivedi, Director IITM, DRDO Delhi, Professor Pramod Kumar, ISC Bangalore, Dr. N. Ranjan, Director DSTA, DRDO, Dr. Afjal Hussain, SQ University, Muscat, Oman. Industry guest, Mr. Vinay Kausik, CHRO, Mr. Akash Saxena, Joint GM, International Tractor Limited. Our university is so grateful to all for your presence and for gracing this inaugural session. My thanks to all today's session chairs, paper presenter, alumni, and participants as your participation has made this inaugural session a successful event. I believe this conference provides inside of future learning aspect of mechanical engineering. It is the prime day in the history of our university. Today, we have inaugurated leading conference Flame Series 3 in Amity University, Noida. I also extend my thanks to all HODs, Deputy HODs, Dr. Anup Sukla and his team, all faculty members, staff members, office staff, and Dr. Sodi and entire IT team, other support staff for their enormous effort and cooperation in the organizing this amazing and class inaugural session. I would like to thank everyone, especially our students who help our department make this inaugural session a reality. Thank you everyone for who is present here. Thank you.
To Honorable Founder President, with your permission, can we close our inaugural session, sir, with your blessing?
Yes, please. Sorry for Balaji and other worthy speakers that delayed. Now see how to control the timings. Great. But I'm getting it recorded. I will see all 3 days deliberations later on, word by word. Everything is being recorded, and I will see every lecture for all 3 days.
Thank you, Founder President. Please put your hands together once again for him. Thank you very much, sir, for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. We have a plenary talk by Professor Dr. C. Balaji, IIT. After high tea, I request all the dignitaries and faculties to kindly move for high tea. Volunteers are requested to assist our delegates for the same. We'll be having our next session at 12:20. All students are requested to join for the same.
Thank you.
Thank you.